Leave the House of Commons there, but what we saw in those statements from the Foreign Office Minister Stephen Doughty was some significant breaking news. Lord Peter Mandelson has been sacked as the British ambassador to the United States. We have a statement from the Foreign Office. We heard it just then. I'll just recap it. It says, in light of the additional information in emails written by Peter Mandelson, the Prime Minister has asked the Foreign Secretary to withdraw him as ambassador. The emails show that the depth and extent of Peter Mandelson's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, of course, Mr. Epstein, the late convicted sex offender, is materially different from that known at the time of his appointment. In particular, Peter Mandelson's suggestion that Jeffrey Epstein's first conviction was wrongful and should be challenged is new information. In light of that, and mindful of the victims of Epstein's crimes, he has been withdrawn as ambassador with immediate effect. Let's go straight to Westminster and join my colleague Henry Zeffman there. Henry, there was a lot of pressure, wasn't there, on the government to sack Mr. Mandelson, but all of this coming just before a very important state visit by President Trump to the UK, which Lord Mandelson was instrumental in helping navigate.
That's right. It's horrible timing for Sir Keir Starmer as he tries yet again to get what he calls phase 2 of his government on the right track. But it had become inevitable, I think, certainly over the course of this morning, when it became clear there was basically no one within the Labour fold willing to properly, publicly defend Lord Mandelson. But actually, even at Prime Minister's questions yesterday, when Kemi Badenoch fired questions at Sir Keir Starmer about Lord Mandelson's role, and he just fell back on process to the sort of visible horror of Labour MPs. I mean, by the way, what an extraordinary end, yet again, for Lord Mandelson in a big public job. I don't think there can be many public figures, many politicians who've resigned in scandal 3 times across 4 decades. This is quite something from Lord Mandelson, who resigned twice from the cabinet under Sir Tony Blair. He was then European Commissioner for Trade in his 3rd act. He was Gordon Brown's effective Deputy Prime Minister in his 4th act. This was his 5th and perhaps most influential, most significant act in public life. Well, Shakespeare plays have 5 acts, so does Lord Mandelson's career in public life.